I want to tell you about another weird experience. See, I'll be out of here this afternoon. Terry will have to deal with it, so. I love this job. But I had some prophetic experiences. Now, I don't know if I met the actual people or these were prophetic experiences. I really don't understand that. It could have been real. It seemed real, but it could have been just a prophetic experience. I don't know. But I had a few encounters with Elijah. And he kept telling me, you've got to meet Enoch. And I didn't know what to expect. I'm talking about Enoch that was translated. And I was so looking forward to it, but I didn't have a clue what to expect. And in one of these encounters, I ran into Enoch. I literally almost ran right into him, and I was shocked. I mean, I've never been so shocked or surprised by a person because I think he was the happiest person I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen such joy, it permeated everything he said, everything he did. And, he lived in the darkest of times. He lived in the times leading right up to Noah, which it says our times are going to be like that. The end of this age is going to be like the days of Noah. But I was so stunned by him. I could have just stayed with him forever. It was, I've never seen such a refreshing, life-giving personality. And then he walked away, and I'm standing there, and I turn around, start to walk back, and I run right into Elijah again. And he said, what did you think? And this is the first, you're just as stupid in these things as you normally are too. First thing out of my mouth to Elijah was, why aren't you as happy as he is? You've been in heaven all this time. Where's your joy? It was because he didn't seem to be a very happy character. And this is what shocked me. He said, I should be, and I could have been. He said, listen, you are setting in this life your capacity for eternity. He said, I lived in dark times too. But I so focused on the darkness, I became depressed. I became critical. He said, Enoch lived in darker times, and he got so captivated and caught up in the love of God, he just kept growing in light. And he kept growing in the joy of the Lord until the Lord just took him. He said, you've got to make the choice. Now, I know Bruce Wilkinson, the guy who wrote Jabez Prayer, he told me he thought Elijah and Enoch are the two witnesses. So because there's a point for every man to die once, and neither one of them have died yet. Maybe so. I'm not sure about that, but I know both of them have an important message for the church in these times, and we're going to take on much of their mantle, much of their authority. But I tell you, I want to be like Enoch. I want to be like Elijah too. I want to be courageous and stand. He became courageous one minute and lets one woman chase him, and want him to die the next. I think there's a way that we focus on the Lord. It says Enoch walked with God and he was not. And I think, I know there are a lot of people that are trying to empty themselves so that Christ can fill them, but it doesn't work that way. John the Baptist didn't say, I must decrease, so he must increase. That's actually the opposite of what he said. He said, he must increase, and I must decrease. It's as we walk with God and he increases, we will decrease. We'll be caught up in him, but we've got the most awesome, wonderful God. He's not only keeping us in orbit as a planet, he's keeping every one of us. Knows how to keep every one of us. He can count the hairs on every head. Some of you, I could do that. But I'm just saying. But it's more impressive. God can actually count people that have hair on their head. But, our God is so awesome. We've got to start seeing him. And we've got to start seeing every trial he allows in our life. It's a gateway. Don't waste your trials. Seize every opportunity and walk with God and grow in the light and the joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord is our strength. But that's not our joy. It's his joy. It's when we get so caught up in pleasing him, doing what is pleasing to him, that we, it'll overflow back onto us, believe me. But it's when we're focused on his joy, we were created for his pleasure. Everything starts to work.